high. Don't know about you, but this eclipse season already kicking my behind, and it's in my 6th house. Yeah, I've been sick. I had a fever all weekend. Took yesterday to recover, and now I'm back. I miss you guys so much. So let's get a reading for you. I think I want to start off with getting your animal archetype, just to kind of see what energy you're sitting in right now, like how spirit is growing you with this eclipse season. We're gonna see how that goes. Animal archetypes, the collective is sitting in this time. Thank you, God Spirit. Sometimes it does not like to shuffle for me. Ooh, it's a lot. Okay. Okay, starting out, you got the lizard. We're gonna read them one at a time. I did just see that B is next, but like we're gonna just read them one at a time really quickly, and we're just gonna run through them really quickly. Starting out, that's fire. So that's some interesting life force energy. We're not mad at that for sure. Lizard, instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, dreamer. Expert in the realm of sensory perception, as if it has a sixth sense. Lizard hears what is yet to be spoken, sees what is yet to manifest. And although this is an amazing gift, it does wear the lizard down, making you very prone to burnout, being overwhelmed, absorbing energy that's not your own. So like sensory perceptive to the max. You could be just, you know, a highly sensitive person. And it being something that you kind of need to watch out for at this time. Like that's kind of something that may be draining you at this time. Something to consider, like without you kind of really understanding. They're gonna go to B. What did I show you? Lizard. And now next up we have B. Earnest, hardworking, democratic, content, active, vibrant. B personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project on the horizon. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They're sensitive creatures, aware of the many subtleties at once. Since they're artists at heart, they usually add creative details to the overall vision. For the most part, they have a bustling, joyous personality until they are too tired from all the work. Then they gripe and sting. Again, along the same lines with the lizard, right? A highly sensitive person. So that kind of is a theme of you having this extra sensory perception, and it kind of, the energy that I'm getting from this is in some ways it's kind of working against you, or you just haven't really figured out how to harness that energy and create reserves for yourself so far. And then we have the otter. And lastly, we have the zebra. Unobstructed joy, playfulness, contentment. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter, represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child, available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and reverence for life itself, without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to the precious place as soon as possible, the celebration awaits. So that could be something that kind of balances how overworked you can become with that lizard and bee energy, right? That highly sensory perceptiveness and the tendency to kind of bite back when you are overworked, overwhelmed, energetically, kind of at your wits' end, kind of like not watching your energetic reserves. And lastly, we have the zebra, eccentric, creative, visionary. Zebras are the most precious of gems. They're young at heart, well cultured, and have an undying curiosity about life. Being in the company of a zebra personality not only is a delight, but also opens our minds to be prepared. Their potent magic is contagious, and you may soon find yourself in a faraway land, expanding your worldview while having a blast. Zebras also like to contribute to the global health through environmental or volunteer work. This card may be a hint to pack your bags, worldly, enthusiastic, fashion forward. Clearly, you're about to start on some adventure. I don't know if this is, I don't think this is backyardigans, but you know what I'm hearing? We're going on a trip in your favorite rocket ship. Little Einstein. I don't know what that is associated with, but yeah, so that, you know, that's kind of, it's kind of the energy that you're kind of sitting in right now. A bit overworked, a bit overwhelmed, kind of not really knowing your energy, not knowing what it is that's going to bring that into balance. It could be worldly travel, it could just be the playful energy of the otter, finding contentment in the mundane and the everyday aspects of life, of finding what lights you up, or brings you joy and whatnot. So that could be something that's really pertinent for you at this time. Look to see where Aquarius is in your chart, whole sign. That could be something for you. I'm kind of out of breath. You see, like, I'm already like trying to pace through this. Like, slow down. Grab the wall. We will like you trying to make that. Two conflicting energies here, right? Like, that's a bit like sexual and whatnot. Fun, fiery. I don't know why I'm staring at this one. Let's see what's coming towards you. What's in your energetic field? Gambling. Taking a risk. Not bad. Challenges. I mean, it's eclipse season. You're eclipsing something that's meant to change you, grow you, whatever. Honeymoon is crazy. Let's confirm these. Gambling, taking a risk. Pets. I see the spirit animals. Rewind. For me, pets is typically like spirit animals, kind of guarding over you, spirit messengers. So again, see the first like 5-6 minutes of this challenges, because that's what that would have to pertain to. No. Something within the challenge that you're facing is not for you. It's not for you to worry about. It's almost like working on a challenge that's not yours. Like, it's not, that problem is not for you to alleviate, and you kind of like not understanding that. Honeymoon, what I'm getting from that, maybe not even associated with a person, we're gonna see what confirms it, but really just, again, going back to that otter energy, sitting in a state of bliss and contentment. But let's see, honeymoon. Pregnancy. Air sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Pregnancy, one more for that. Gaslighter. Okay, something that you're expecting, that you're birthing, that you're creating, has been gaslit. Someone's gaslighting you about something. Commitment at the bottom here. I want one more for that. Earth sign. Could be a sign to be grounded, but Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, significant. Capricorn's really sticking out to me there. Intuition, very much trust your intuition. Last one. I thought this was going to be a short reading, but we never know. Love spell, bewitched. Someone's got you bewitched. And earth signs working some magic on you. Through whatever they're gaslighting, either by your own actual pregnancy or something that you're expecting, something that's supposed to be this blissful time for you. Could be an actual honeymoon, could be a proposal. We did have commitment on there. This really could just be a sign that, you know, that intuitive nudge that you're getting about being proposed to. I don't know. This never comes up with this, but we're gonna rock and roll with it. Whatever intuitive nudge that you might be getting, sexuality at play as well, regarding an event that you have foreseen, guessed, or whatever, and someone's trying to get you off their trail. And we just put to open your heart. I'm not getting bad vibes from this, even though narcissist came out. And I could be reading that wrong. But I mean, eclipse season, it's stuff for you to eclipse. It could be just, that you have a very closed off heart. That has been a theme as of late. Well, let's see what's going on in your energy. 2 of Cups at the bottom here. I did not try to do that. What's going on in the collector's energy, please, and thank you, Friend Spirit. Ooh, Page of Cups reversed. We got the Page of Cups reversed, but the King of Swords, the 4 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, and what is this? Ooh, the Ace of Cups reversed. Manipulative, obsession, inner child wound, canceled events, creative block. King of Swords, truthful, wise, mind over matter, stern, regimented, could also hint to legal matters. 4 of Wands, we know that that's celebration, that's 11/11, that's marriage, just community, lover returns, homecoming, party celebrations, supported. But then you have the 9 of Swords, psychological trauma, lost hope, dark thoughts. Ace of Cups reversed, holding back repression, tuning into your intuition, taking care of yourself, self-love. Okay. Page of Cups reversed, King of Swords upright, 4 of Wands. Going back to the whole speculation of proposal, wedding, like whatever, the intimacy and everything. I don't know, actually, because the Knight of Cups is upright at the bottom of the deck there, and behind it is Temperance. Before I even go on with this, I'm gonna have to get some clarifications for this. I'm a bit stumped, to be so honest with you. I thought this was gonna be a short reading. Page of Cups reversed. Seven of Cups upright, Page of Pentacles, waning moon, gaining wisdom. So going from this very manipulative energy, sitting in childhood wounds, to reevaluating your plans, new perspectives, setting goals, being grounded, there being many possibilities within a situation, but still confusion. But it's like clarity is being gained over that, because like right behind it is the King of Swords, right? And then we also have the 7 of Wands upright, which is, oh shoot, which is licking your wounds. Ooh. That's actually 7 of Wands reversed. Making amends, live to fight another day, lost cause, relenting. But that does not confirm anything. Ooh. King of Swords. I'd be very interested in this energy. Judgment reversed. Oh, and King of Cups reversed. That's extremely manipulative energy, highly emotional. So you're going from the Page of Cups reversed to the King of Cups reversed. Indecisive, self-doubt, unwilling to learn, sitting in this like moody energy, very repressed emotions, focused on your inner feelings, being emotionally unavailable. But that's confirming what is, that's not that bad, because that's confirming what is the truth that's being brought to a situation, right? Like what it is that like the mind over matter, like what's being eclipsed essentially. Maybe this isn't bad. Maybe this isn't bad. It's just like with the Seven of Cups here, it can go multiple ways here. It can go multiple ways here. I don't think this is something to but Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Eight of Swords reversed, which speaks about getting out of your own mental prison, right? Conquering self-doubt, making a plan, seeing a way out. And again, like that mind over matter. Four of Wands. And so it kind of seems like within your energy, you are not okay. Knight of Cups actually did come out, right? This is a lover. This is a pursuer. This is making a declaration and an act of love, going after whatever it is that you want. It's been a journey for you, right? But kind of leaning on the intuition, no matter how much you're kind of in your head, no matter how much you're still growing, no matter how much you're still kind of trying to overcome this self-doubt, licking your wounds, eclipsing this emotional, unavailable energy, completely focus on your own feelings. I'm not necessarily getting bad energy from this. I don't know what energy I'm getting, truth be told. I'm not getting bad energy. Let's just keep it going. Nine of Swords. I hate when it falls. I'm pretty sure that's either the Six of Swords or Strength. Hold on. I was wrong. That's why you grab it. It's the Two of Wands. Okay, so through this anxiety, this psychological trauma, right? Like this like paralysis in the mind, you're charting a course, you're making a plan. So kind of what I'm getting in tandem with the purple cards there is that the energy that I'm picking up on is someone who I feel like this is like you versus you, gaslighting yourself on something that you're doing, how you see yourself, how you see the situation out. We have a Hierophant at the bottom here, institution, marriage. The moon right under it, but the moon reversed. So mental clarity, right? Like a shift in the subconscious, illumination regarding some aspect of love that really, really ties into, it's like how you showed up in love. This is kind of stomping me. I did not expect this in the slides. Ace of Cups reversed. The Magician reversed. So holding back, tune into your intuition, taking care of yourself, self-love, plan, establish a clear vision, thoughts becoming things, inception point, right? Which cool, because you're charting a course. You're still in the beginning stages of whatever it is that you're working on. This is new energy for you. I think this is what's eclipsing for you with this eclipse season. We have a solar eclipse early next week. About mid next week. I think it's like Tuesday or Thursday. Tuesday or Wednesday. Thursday could also be significant though. Tuesday to Thursday of next week. Very, very important. Like a very, very important time for you. Okay, what's the point here, Spirit? That's the Chariot reversed, obstacles, delay tactics. So this is how you stop your own growth, right? Letting go of control, celebrating life, having fun, the Lovers upright. Okay. I kind of want to see what's going on in this dynamic, like within you, like for you, but like realizations at the bottom here. What is going on within this dynamic for the collective? What has happened? Just a couple. One more. Thank you. Two more. Okay. Trapped. Shallow. Running. Off rip. No tea, no shade. You know what I'm hearing? He wasn't man enough for me. My lights just went out. Time. Wheel has been over this for sure. Ooh, karma confessions. We love when both of those come out. Cause and effect of your own BS. Family. So this very much has to do with like someone you were planning a family with, or someone who was planning a family with you. I know before I was saying what's going on in your energy, but that doesn't necessarily have to be what is going on with you. It's just like the person in your energy as well. I left it fairly vague for a reason, and that's kind of what I'm picking up with that. It's just this was seen as, and you could see it through the tarot. Like this person felt trapped. Like this was a shallow connection. Like this wasn't worth it. But really it was like they couldn't step up to the plate. So they ran. And you know, this needed time. This needed a lot of time. And what's at the bottom here of the purple deck, I shit you not, give it time. Consequences of someone's own actions. I mean, yeah, they've been in hell. They've been in hell and they're trying to find their way out of it, right? Like this, there is this clarity that is overcoming them, that's putting them in this immense amount of anxiety. We saw the King of Swords, saw the Nine of Swords, we saw the Eight of Swords reversed, right? Like this is them kind of having to dig their way. Literally, Nine of Wands at the bottom. Nine of Wands reversed at the bottom here. Choose your own battle. Out of control, being defensive, retreat, try another approach, overwhelmed, not worth it. That's pretty much how they felt about this situation. Ooh, Three of Cups reversed. Third party energy, right? I'm surprised that didn't come out in there. I was actually kind of expecting it with what I was getting with all of that, but it didn't come out. There's been some type of deception here within this connection regarding someone you were building a family with. You could have actually been pregnant. That has to be like a huge detail, because pregnancy came out and it came out for a reason. Then rarely ever do I see that as actual pregnancy. Let's confirm these. Trapped. Divine Feminine wanted to come out but didn't. Maybe you felt trapped by the weight of them not like showing up. You know this is my cheap throws card. So too much sexual chemistry, right? Too much sexual intimacy. Being trapped by that. Kind of not seeing past that. Stigmatized. Shallow. And that's probably why you and them viewed it as a shallow connection. Heart fog. Yeah. Blocked emotions. Which makes sense with Ace of Cups reversed there. Running. I wonder who ran in this. Shocking. Whoever it was shocking. Turmoil. Trouble unexpected. I mean, clearly it was unexpected. Time. 3 came out with that, and sorrow wanted to come out. Past life, intuition, family actually did come out. Family is a big thing, and also in this card, she's pregnant. Pregnancy is a very big thing here. This being a repeated pattern, you having to trust your intuition, either on walking away from this, how much time this is going to need or going to take, or giving it up to time. Trusting the cycles. the karma. Karma is very, very big here, either on your end or they're in, both, right? This is a huge cycle for you that you're being asked to eclipse on both ends again. Karma. Again, 3. Mistakes, longing, clinging. Foundation. Facing consequences. Confusion over still longing for you, clinging to this. Clinging to the foundation. I don't know if this is your end or their end. I'm really confused by this reading. I'm not going to hold you. Confessions. I don't know why I just started hearing sugarcane. What needs to be confessed here? Distress, going back to feeling trapped, the heart fog, the rejection, how distracted they were, how clouded their judgment was, prone to escapism. That's very, very... That's vague. That's vague. Tell me more about this dynamic. The venom. The poison, the curse, the toxin, self-realization through suffering. Much to our dismay, the venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another. Its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, thoughts, speech, or environment. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally that it is built into our every exhale. Naturally, that it is built into our every exhale. We breathe out carbon dioxide and the plants return it to us as oxygen. Archetypal venom is rarely remedied as easily, however, and can come in potent forms and quantities that are deeply damaging to us and to the world, clearly. When the venom card appears, there's a harmful substance within our psychic realm that must be identified. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Didn't we say that at the beginning? That's what that is. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change is the second. The remedy will reveal itself in time, and with it, forgiveness. Forgiveness is very, 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 very key here. Being able to work through conflict, because it's just flipped over as I put that down. Before I even sat down to do this reading, I got the themes for it, and an ending was one: adaptability, home, peace. Learning what peace means to you. Leadership was another big thing, but it was leadership, home, peace, happiness. Being a leader in your home environment, what home means to you, what structure means to you, how you go about garnering a sense of peace, and how it is that you, like, what you find meaning and happiness through, and how it is that you adapt in times of change, in times of endings, what you accept and what you don't accept, what you choose to make peace with and surrender to and flow with, and how it is that you view your luck in the span of all of this. Are you down in the dumps, or do you see the wisdom in what's happening within your situation? I just put the divine masculine here as I was about to shuffle. divine masculine energy could be significant divine feminine wanted to come out. But I feel as though, like, especially with the kind of focus being on overextending your reserves and everything, you're a bit overly in your masculine energy and wanting to do and take action. And I'm pretty sure that came out in one of the oracle cards that I pulled before this. And not receiving, not being receptive to what is just what is actually happening. I think that's kind of the entire point here, of being honest about what is happening within this situation, what's happening around your heart space. Babe, there's some venom here. There's something that's really, really deeply affecting your psyche that is trying to be eclipsed out of your life. Eclipse seasons bring endings, abrupt, chaotic endings. It hurts, it sucks, we don't want it, it is what it is. It's meant to grow us. I really hate to be so like cavalier about it, but like I feel very drained, and it's not just because I've been sick. I think I have like a very high, like I had a higher vibe starting this reading. You, like, your reserves are depleted. Something within you, like, it's not working. It's not working. I hate it for you. I know you hate it. I know you don't want to see the truth of it, but that's what it is. And you can either surrender to it and believe that if you give it time, right, that this might come back for you, right? And really, that taking a risk, now I'm going back to the purple deck, like that taking a risk is you moving on. Excuse me, confirmation, freaking burp. It's you moving on and trusting that there's better out there for you. Trusting your intuition, trusting what it is that you feel in your heart, what it is that you feel truly aligned to, chasing your joy, your bliss, chasing what it is that makes you content and happy. That's just very, very big for you. Go back and watch the very beginning of it. It's the reason why I started out with the animal cards. That is the energy that, like, it is both what is happening with you in real time and your true essence. You are someone who truly, like, you are a very, very joyous person. You work hard, you're very community oriented, and you are very, 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 very a highly sensitive person. You, like, clairsentience could be very, very big for you. If that's not something that you've tapped into, your psychic gifts, that's something that you need to be tapping into, your clairsentience. To be aware of that will really help you as you sort to gauge your own emotional reserves and gauge what venom is in your life, what is really, like, fucking with your psyche. Ooh. Are you trying to grow the collective at this time? One more. That was the village. And the poet. They're trying to give you a village, for one. They're trying to give you a community, but also specifically the village here. And I was going to do a message on this days ago, but I got sick, and so I never did. You're gonna go far, no con. If you wanna go far, then you gotta go far. That's the village. You gotta walk away from your village. Something within your home life, your romantic life, all of the above, with the people who are around you at this time is toxic. It's draining for you. I'm not even gonna read the village. Like that's the gist of it. It does speak to having community and all of that, but a big part of the village is understanding that you do have to walk away from the village, right? People need time to grow, time to change, time to adapt, as well as you do. And it's not that you have to say goodbye forever. It's just that right now you need some space, you need some distance. And again, that's why I give it time. It's such a big prominent thing. That's why the clock came out. Like I said, the wheel is very much at play here. It's not to say that your wheels won't realign. They're just not aligning right now. We're gonna read the poet. And then we're gonna get, like, maybe just like another one to wrap it all up, right? Put a cute little bow on it. And I think that's like the gist of this. The artist, the witness, the truth teller. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid, clairsentience. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. This unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of our relationship to creativity. When the poet's energy is present, there is a call for deep honesty and reflection. Right? For seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and the universal. It's possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. The poet's work is never finished. Find your voice and trust the wind will carry it. There are people in your life who are too stifled to hear the truth that it is that you're picking up on, the truth that you are meant to go out into this world. And like that, like that's a part of your purpose, your mission, like your divine mission. And honestly, like not living within your purpose is also a venom of its own, right? It's like you're not living in your own truth. You're ignoring your gifts, your power, what you have to offer to this world, what you're here for. That can also like make you sick and deplete your energy because you're not aligned with your highest good, your highest potential. And that's clearly what's meant for you in this lifetime. And if you keep avoiding it, like shit will continue to be like shaken up for you within your life, especially as this eclipse season. I never want to fearmonger, but like you always need to take like some eclipses aren't that big of a deal. Truly they aren't. This one, Saturn moves into, Neptune just moved into Aries, but like 2 weeks ago, Saturn moves into Aries on Friday the 13th. That alone in itself, completely witchy, completely woo-woo. Very mystical. I wouldn't fuck with it. Also, it's leaving Pisces for good for the next 30 years, going into Aries. The end of one like zodiac story, the start of a new one. That's on the 13th. Then on the 17th, we have the Lunar New Year, which starts the fire horse. Look it up. And then we have a new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius. Aquarius is all about the collective consciousness, how you are contributing to that. Also, eccentricity, whatever, like how, like your uniqueness, bringing that out into the world, like letting that shine. And clearly you're being surrounded by people who stifle that, who stifle your own growth, right? Who kind of cut you off from the collective consciousness, like what the collective needs, how the collective is being pulled, pushed to grow, what have you. Again, check to see where Aquarius is within your what's face. But it's also like, again, a new moon solar eclipse, like that alone, crazy. And then we also have a lunar eclipse coming up in Virgo, like 2 weeks from now. It's a lot of big changes with this eclipse season. The South Node is in Virgo. The North Node will be switching into Aquarius towards, I want to say July, don't quote me on that. So that's destiny, moving towards our destiny. And then what else needs to shed, right? What else we're leaving behind in that Virgo house of yours, because the South Node is still in Virgo. That's something to consider for you, to be really honest with you. There's some truths you're avoiding, that you're kind of holding back, not telling the world, which is doing the world a disservice, by the way. Like, we need that. Step up to the plate. Just as like whoever it is in your life is being unwilling to step up to the plate, and don't get me wrong, they are working on it. Do you need to spend your time waiting on them to get there? And I really think that like it's kind of twofold. I think it's you kind of coming into that awareness and them just beginning to come into that awareness. This is clearly some kind of mirror connection. I'm not gonna say this is specifically love related. I'm gonna go back on that. I don't even know why I just said that. I do think that love is a part of it. I think that just family in general is a part of it. I think it's just who is all in your general vicinity at this time. You gotta purge it. They gotta go. Some major shifts are being like, I know this is like, I'm not trying to fearmonger. You're gonna do whatever it is that you want to do at the end of the day. There's a reason why this came out so convoluted and kind of confusing at first, because this is a massive overhaul that needs to be made within your life. You've been being prepared for this the entire time that Saturn was in Pisces. Whatever lessons you were meant to learn, confirmation, whatever lessons you were meant to learn, Jesus, with Saturn and Pisces, that is pushing you towards the shift that's taking place with Saturn moving into Aries and with this new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius. And as I say that, the dead freaking in at the bottom of the deck here. Wrap this up for me, Spirit. Jeez. The Maiden. I'm going to read that and then we're going to close. The Maiden archetype is the epitome of innocent arousal, naive sensuality, and precarious purity. She's compelling and addictive because of her flawless and youthful glow. She is the first archetype in the trifecta of Maiden, Mother, Crone, and rightfully so because she has oh so much to learn. The Maiden is perfectly positioned for trouble to come her way and subject her to a challenge that leads to the next phase of womanhood. She must grow up, yet hesitates at the threshold, enamored by the charms of youth. The Maiden represents the side of us that is riveted and curious, drawn to shadowy forests, dark nights, and taking just one taste of poisonous fruit. Her magic is edgy and includes both shame and delight. Let yourself fall down the rabbit hole, young one. The Looking Glass could be significant. Alice in Wonderland could be significant. Mad Hatter, all those things. Queen of Hearts, curious, enchanting, sensual, full of vitality. To go deeper, Persephone energy. Alice, freaking Alice. Alice in Wonderland, or any princess figure. The princess, the virgin, the innocent. And yes, it is in you to you're being asked to be curious, to tap into this, right? To dance on that line. But it's also like you're at this threshold. You're sitting here as this maiden energy and you're being asked to grow. You're being asked to transform. And as I sit here at the bottom of the deck, I shit you not, I have no proof of it. But like at the beginning here, I looked at the bottom of the deck. It was the Mother. I shit you not. There is a transition that is being asked to be made for you. You're being asked to step into a new form of self, a new creative energy, right? And really, really grow and transform and understand the intricacies of feminine energy, the light and dark aspects of it. Just like with the Maiden, how she's innocent, she's pure, that can also lead her into trouble. That can get her, trapped in the forest, kind of coming across shadowy figures, kind of morally gray people, a lot of people that are kind of showing up in your energy right now. But just as that, like with the Mother, you take that and you make it tenfold. The Mother, she is both creation and destruction. Where she nurtures, she can also smother, right? Like, so it's just this huge balancing act of you of like light and dark, as well as the thing that you're kind of learning. And I think a lot of it has to do with the energy that you're being surrounded with and how poisonous it is for you, how it's venomous, how it's kind of slowly depleting you and not aligned with your best interest. Anyway, I hope this helped. I know this was kind of a lot. I genuinely was not expecting for this message to be like as heavy as it was. I guess that's just what needed to be delivered. If this resonated with you, please let me know. If you found this helpful in the slightest, please let me know. And as always, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, email in bio. I'd love to work with you, but also please understand that I will tell it to you straight. I do really, really focus on your soul journey, your soul growth, how it is that you are being asked to grow. I really focus on. I have a sink full of dishes and they just shifted randomly. That's crazy. Don't know what that means, but that was kind of mystical in and of itself, right? It just kind of just like shifted around. Anyway, I love y'all so much. You're doing great regardless. And just as a last caveat, you don't have to do shit that I say. I'm just a divine messenger. I just channel the energy and go with it. I would have loved for this to have been a light and fluffy, you know, message, reading, what have you. That's just not how the cards unfolded here. But it's okay because it's eclipse time and this is very, very potent energy. You want to hop on that train, right? You want to harness the power of the fire horse energy that is coming. But also, seriously, look up the fire horse. Like, heads will roll, you know, like kill or be killed kind of energy. Not fear-mongering, not scary. It's just you need to learn how to make it advantageous for yourself. Anyway, again, I'm repeating myself here. I love you all so much. Seriously, I'm going to bed now. Have a wonderful night. Bye.